well. Welcome in. We are going to be doing a reading for the quarter moon in Taurus, which will happen on Saturday, which is July 31st. So how these readings go, you want to look up what your sun sign is. If you don't know your sun sign, go to cafeastrology.com. Go to their free birth chart, type in your birth information, and that will tell you what your sun sign is, along with all sorts of other information about your own unique astrology. You can also look up what your moon sign is and your ascending and or rising sign. When you're watching this video, you can get information from your sun sign and your moon and your rising sign if you want a little bit more clarity and a little bit more information. You can also watch this video for other people in your life. Look for their sun signs, see what message might be coming through about the energy of where they are and what they're going through at this time. I set the intention that this message be for anyone watching this video, for anyone that this resonates with. So if you're watching this and there's somebody you're wanting to receive information about, that will come through in the reading for you as well. When you do readings and listen to readings, I always recommend having a journal handy. It does help to have some sort of way to process and write down and remember. Sometimes I'll actually take out index cards and I'll write down something, what the card was, or I'll draw a picture on the card. That just helps me process as well. It helps also to have a journal. You can press pause if you're watching the replay, and you can really write down something that occurred to you or something that I said that really resonated. Whatever works. So when you're watching a video on a reading or receiving a reading, you want to pay attention to what comes up for you. As I'm saying things, they might resonate with you. You might really have this feeling of, oh my gosh, I knew that but didn't quite have the validation of it. Or you might be triggered into a memory or have a person's name come up or their face or their image come up for you. This is how your inner guidance, your gods, goddesses, guides, guardians, angels, fairies, ancestors. This is how the universe speaks to us, is through these thoughts that we have and these reactions that we have when we're getting readings. It's not just the information coming through from the person doing the reading, but it's also how you respond to it. So keep that in mind as you're going through the reading, that most importantly, above anything that I say, is the impressions that you are getting and the information that you are getting. The associations that you have with the images on the card might be different for you. I might not be as tapped into your unique individual experience because I'm reading for multiple people. If you have any questions about the reading, please feel free to reach out. And if you have any questions about the process, please feel free to reach out as well. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be drawing a card based on the theme of the moon. The moon is in Taurus. Taurus is the first earth sign of the zodiac. So what we're really going to be asking right now is, what do we need to put our foot down about? Or where do we need to put our foot down? That's really the question. So we're going to be asking, because Taurus is really that first step, right? That first physical manifestation. Aries is the first sign of the zodiac. That's the spark and the flame. But Taurus is the next sign. It comes in with that first step. So we're going to be asking, where do we need to put our foot down? Right now, quarter moon happens on Saturday. So this is a reading for a few days before and a few days after the moon phase on Saturday. We are in the middle of a very powerful series of moon phases. I always do readings around the moon, so I did a reading for the full moon in Aquarius. The next moon phase we're going to have is going to be a new moon at the same time where we're going to have Lionsgate. So that will be next Sunday. And I lost my train of thought. But that is a really, really powerful alignment that the new moon falls on Lionsgate. And then following that, we're going to have another full moon in Aquarius. So it's rare to have the moon in both signs in a row. So we're going to be really capitalizing on this double Aquarian full moon. So just so you know kind of where we are in the zodiac, the sun has moved into the sign of Leo. So happy birthday to the Leos. And we are in the moon phase going towards the quarter moon of Taurus. So I'm going to get started here by calling in the elements. You can do whatever ceremonial practice you have, or you can create your own as you're inspired to right now. I use a candle and sometimes incense to call in the element of fire, but you can just set the intention or allow me to set the intention, whatever feels good to you. You can get yourself into a place where you feel comfortable. Get a picture of the god, goddess, or angel that you speak to, or an ancestor, or a picture of your inner child or your young child self. Whatever you feel called to do, you can do. As we call in the element of fire, we're going to thank the transformative power of the flame, the light of the flame, the heat of the flame, and we're going to honor the direction of the south, and we're going to bring in the fire signs of the zodiac, our Aries, our Leos, and our Sagittarians. Thank you so much for your fire and your flame. We'll call in now the air element. As we call in the air element, we give thanks for the clarity and communication that air can bring, the movement, the lightheartedness of air. As we do that, we honor the direction of the east. And we give thanks to and honor the air signs of the zodiac, Geminis, Libras, and Aquarius. We'll also call in earth. As we call in earth, we give thanks for the material aspects of our lives, the physical aspect of our beings, our bodies, everything we can touch. We give thanks to the earth for keeping us grounded as we honor the direction of the north. And we call in the elements, the astrological signs of the zodiac that align with earth, which are our Tauruses, our Virgos, and our Capricorns. Last but not least, we're going to call in the element of water. This is the emotional element of our beings, the memory of our beings. Water holds memory, water holds emotions. Water can also be very cleansing and clearing. So we honor the vibration of water in our bodies and all around us, and the quantum fluid fluctuations that exist in the space between everything. And we honor the emotional aspect of our beings as we thank the direction of the west. And we bring in our water signs of the zodiac, our Cancers, our Scorpions, and our Pisces. So we're going to start this reading with drawing a card from our Goddess Oracle for those first 4 signs of the zodiac. So the first 4 signs of the zodiac would be if your sun is in Aries, Taurus, Gemini, or Cancer. We're starting with the first 4 signs of the zodiac because the quarter moon is in Taurus, and Taurus is one of the first 4 signs. I break the signs down into the first 4, the full 4, and the final 4. This is just based on when they occur in the zodiac, so it's the first 4 expressions of the elements. And we're going to see where do you guys have to put your foot down? This card popped right out to me. Okay. Wow. Beautiful. So I'll bring the card close to you. As I bring the card close to you, look at it. See if you get any impressions or images or messages from the card. Here's your goddess. So Yuki Onna and stillness is her theme. I will read from the card. I already dowsed for which message to read from, and she wanted to share, all the goddesses wanted to share their alignment messages. So there's 2 messages in this deck, the empowerment message and the alignment message. Typically, I have been reading the empowerment messages, but we are going for an alignment message today based on what my guidance was. Okay, here you go. Some days you wake up frozen, stuck, and unable to move due to the effects of emotional denial and resistance to what is in front of you. Or maybe you are exhausted, spent from emotional burden of your current situation. The winter goddess Yuki Onna has come to help you move out of and past this experience into a healthier state of stillness. When you are frozen, it's the ego that is refusing to accept life on life's terms, potentially causing you fear and depression. A particular situation or person may be causing you to see yourself as a victim. The goddess Yuki Onna reminds you that this is but a temporary moment in the millions of moments of your life. The task she has for you is to answer one question. Will you trust in the great goddess of the universe to be your active partner in co-creating? If so, slow down, let all your troubles go, and you will see the miracles life has to offer you. So where to put your foot down is towards the mentality that there is something wrong with where you are right now. And this is certainly a message for me. As I'm reading this, I can definitely feel the resonance in the message for me. Sometimes we wake up uninspired. Sometimes we wake up not wanting to be where we are. And it's by bringing love to that and trusting in the universe to still be creating with us, even if we're in a space of refusing to accept life, in a state of fear and depression, we can still move into that trust of the universe. And it does say to slow down and let all your troubles go so that you can see the miracles. So that is where to put your foot down. Put your foot down with yourself, it sounds like, or a situation where you are resisting. So as I was talking about that, you might have immediately known what the situation is, but we're going to draw clarifying cards for each of the 4 signs of the zodiac to really get some more information for you on where this issue or the situation is in your life, and how you can put your foot down and change your perspective on it. So if my pendulum is the top card, Aries. Is this next card Taurus? Is this next card Gemini? Is this last card Cancer? So I like to give everyone time to look at their cards. I'm going to flip all the cards over first. I'm not even going to look at them. Yeah, you guys will see them and I won't. So that'll be fun. And we'll start with focusing on the message from the clarification for the Aries card. So Aries, you got the High Priestess. So her card says, trust your intuition, have patience, silence, honoring the mystery. Wow. So Yokiana says stillness. High Priestess says silence. She's got her finger to her lips. She is saying, trust your intuition, have patience, and honor the mystery. You know, this is such a hard thing for us to do, especially those of us who come from backgrounds of being traumatized. And, you know, to some extent, all of us in this life have received some sort of trauma. It has been a very traumatic world that we have been born into, grown up in, learned about the history of, and are currently watching the unfolding of. You know, as we move into the age of Aquarius, which is a completely different age, we're really starting to have to trust in the universe more than we've been able to, and more than the universe has shown us that we can trust it. The world around us has seemed very, very scary, and there's been a lot of fear to it. If you can bring your own intuition. Now, intuition really means what your body is telling you in each moment. Can you sit with it? Can you feel into it? Can you allow it to be as it is without judging it? And that is where you get your intuitive spark and your intuitive hits from, is actually from the messages of your body, trusting your body to be on your side and to be a loving messenger for you so that you can move forward with a navigation system built in for what is aligned with yourself. And your intuition is a whole part of that. You can also see things through visuals, like you might have something pop up into your mind's eye. That's an intuition. Or you might hear things, hear words. Now, the way to tell the higher self voice, the intuitive voice versus the egoic illusion voice is the higher self voice. The messages that you receive are they're gonna feel loving. They're gonna feel like you already knew the answer. They're gonna feel supportive to you. The ego is gonna talk you in circles and tell you what you should be doing. And that's a whole different vibration when I feel it in my body. It might mean that there might be pain happening in your body where you're like, I don't feel good about this. I want to walk away from this right now. Or you might be like, oh, that feels opening. I want to go towards that. That's drawing me in. Listen to the pull and push of your body. Okay? and be silent as much as you can. You know, I've been doing this meditation where I just sit and I listen to the silence around me. So if we listen right now to everything that's in front of me here, nothing in front of me here is making noise. The candle barely I can hear. The crystals are silent. The cards are silent. The tuning forks are just laying there. I hear the silence of these items, and as you hear the silence all around you, and the space all around you, and all of the things not making noise, you can start to make silence. You can start to hear the silence in your own mind, and when you start to hear the silence in your own mind, that's when intuition can really come in and speak to you, because intuitive voices and intuitive guidance is very subtle. It's very quiet, and we do have to be silent to hear it. So your clarification is, you know, where do you need to put your foot down? Well, you need to put your foot down with yourself, and you know, this is just the guidance, right? I'm not telling you have to do this. I'm just saying that the guidance would be to go within, to be silent, to trust your intuition, and to put your foot down with yourself and say, okay, I'm putting my foot down, and we are going to spend 5 minutes a day in silence, listening to the silence around us. We're going to spend 10 minutes a day clearing our minds. And when you clear your mind, it's not just forcing the thoughts of your mind to go away. It's focusing your thoughts on one central thing. So you can focus on the silence that you can hear all around you, or you can focus on your breath. Just focusing on your breath and moving your thoughts and your awareness back to your breath as often as you need to in those 10 minutes to really only be focusing on your breath, as the silence, as everything else in your mind starts to become background noise. That's really the muscle that you flex when you clear your mind. Eventually you can get to the point where you forget who you are even, and you let go of all your attachments and you receive this blissful state. It's not saying you have to go there right now. It's just saying to put your foot down, set some time aside for yourself to go into silence, into meditation, whatever works for you. Try something new perhaps, but allow yourself to put your foot down and make that a priority, because both of these cards are talking about a need for stillness, Aries. Be still, listen, follow your intuition, and you're going to do great. Okay, moving on to Taurus. So Taurus, you got the Wheel card. A turn for the better. Fortune is on your side. Be optimistic. So for you, Taurus, it's really putting your foot down, where to put your foot down in your optimistic pants. You want to be setting yourself into an optimistic perspective, into allowing your optimism to thrive, into somehow, even if you can't see how it's even possible with where you are right now, that there is good and there is co-creative energy, and that things are unfolding for you and your highest good. The message here is to trust that, to trust it. To it kind of feels like you're at the bottom of this Ferris wheel and you're just going round and round and round, and you're never gonna, you're just waiting for it to load perhaps, right? And you're not moving maybe, and really you're at the top and you have the best view and everything is so much in your favor, but perhaps you're unable to see it because of the alignment message that was coming through here from our goddess. She's really saying, there's a pattern of feeling like a victim and feeling like what is around you is all that there is going to be, and it's bringing you down. And this is saying, trust that there is so much coming to you. Things are working out in your fortune, and to really, where to put your foot down is to put your foot down and say, you know what? I'm gonna believe in this. I'm going to allow myself to stay optimistic. I'm going to say this situation has a positive outcome regardless of what it feels like right now. And I'm gonna claim it. It's really Taurus, and this is your moon, right? So put your foot down, claim your good fortune, and watch the magic unfold. Gemini, let's see what you guys got. Your clarification card for where to put your foot down is, ooh, the Page of Fire. New endeavor, fresh, creativity, mischievous, and flirty. Okay. So I'm going to read this card two ways for you, Gemini. This is either putting your foot down because there's a flirtation that you're getting involved in that is to feel that fun, playful cat and mouse, beautiful, radiant passion, right? The pages are always messengers. This is a messenger of passion. So there is passion in your life. So I would just check in, Gemini, and see whether or not this is, if you've been in a desiring to flirt and it's been feeling really hard and really heavy and not aligning for you, you know, just recognize that that's where you are right now. But put your foot down and allow yourself to feel the passion, feel the newness, feel into what fresh creativity wants to express itself through you, and allow the universe to co-create with you. I would actually say that, to me, this is saying flirt with the universe. I know that that's a weird message coming through, but that's really more so than everything that I've just offered up, Gemini. The message is to get a little bit more flirty with the universe, right? This is talking about fresh creativity, and Yuki Onna was talking about your creative, your higher self. You can use the same term, different terms for the same thing, right? So get a little flirty with the universe. That's really what I'm hearing is put your foot down, you know, get passionate, mischievous nature. And if you could flirt with the universe, what would you do? How would you do it? If you want to see how the universe works with you, perhaps, you know, set an intention. Wake up in the morning and think of 3 different random objects, right? And focus on those 3 objects for 5 minutes in the morning. And do that for 7 days, right? Or do that for the 3 days around the time of this quarter moon in Taurus. And let the universe play with you. Let the universe flirt back. Let the co-creative energy show you that there's so much more than what you're seeing right now for you to experience in this life as far as your co-creative energy with the universe. So that's the message I'm getting for you, Geminis. And we'll move on to the Cancers. 3 of water, Cancer. So you've got friendship, community, celebration, the need to have more fun. So what I'm hearing for you is where to put your foot down. Put your foot down when it comes to spending time with family. Put your foot down. Step into community more. Step into celebration. You need to have a little bit more fun, Cancer. You know, we just moved out of Cancer season. The sun just moved out of your sign, but that doesn't mean, you know, you don't get to shine until the sun comes back for you, right? Next year. It's time for you to really allow yourself to have fun. Allow yourself to sink into your friends that you do have, the community that you do have. Where to put your foot down is in your family life, in your friendship life, and with yourself when it comes to allowing yourself to have fun. You might be feeling, it feels like it's so serious right now that you're having trouble prioritizing fun, prioritizing community in the sense of community, and allowing yourself to receive support, right? That can be a trauma response, not allowing yourself to be supported because it doesn't feel safe, right? So allow yourself to sink into those around you and to have fun. And again, just like Gemini, have fun with the universe. Have fun with the co-creative energy of whatever you call source. And have a practice with that energy. And, you know, just ask. When we work with these energies, God, Goddess, angels, guides, your higher self, and you ask for help, You will receive that help, okay? But you have to ask. So allow yourself to ask for help. Ask the co-creative power that you believe in to show you more friends, or show you the community for you to step into, or show you the fun that's there for you to step into. And I promise you, the universe will open up the door and show you where that is for you. So I hope that helps first signs of the zodiac to prepare you for the quarter moon in Taurus. We're going to move on to the full 4 signs of the zodiac. The full 4 signs of the zodiac are the Leos, the Virgos, the Libras, and the Scorpios. So we're going to be asking for the full 4 signs: full fire, full earth, full air, full water. What? Here you go. Lakshmi. Woo-wee. So bring her close to you. Lakshmi says fortune. And again, we're going to read Lakshmi's alignment message, which always has a little bit of a task in there for us. So let's see what Lakshmi has to offer up for us. And pray to the idea that someone might take away what's yours, or perhaps you think that someone else's success or happiness might mean that there will be less for you. You might not be conscious of this, but you feel that there is not enough to go around, not enough love, not enough money. You worry about growing old, missing out, and struggling for the resources you misperceive as limited. You might also feel misery and stingy, afraid to share in the case that there will be nothing left. The goddess, Lakshmi, says this kind of thinking must go if you want to live a rich and vibrant life. Your alignment task is to stop and be mindful of the direction of your thoughts and reframe them to focus on what you truly intend. Repeat this mantra. What is mine will not go past me. What is mine will not go past me. What is mine will not go past me. When you feel the green gremlin of envy creep into your heart, bless the other person and say, that which I desire is also for me. That which I desire is also for me. That which I desire is also for me. Your true limitations are only what you set for yourself. Don't let your conditioned mind and faulty beliefs rule your life. Break free. The world is unlimited if you let yourself be open to the wealth of your imagination. So it's the same, put your foot down. Where to put it down? We'll put it down when it comes to your lack mentality, your thoughts of lack, people having things, you're not wanting to share the resource that you do have because afraid of losing them and not having them in the future. So let's get a little bit more clarity on where this lack or who this lack is about, or what else you need to know for this energy. Leo's card came right out. Let's see what the Virgos have as a message for the Virgos. There you are, Virgos. And that is my Libra. My Libras. And pretty sure that's you, Scorpio. Is this card Scorpio? Card Libra? Yeah, okay. Alright, so again, I'm going to flip them all over, and then we're going to chat. Alright, so this card is for the Leos. Happy birthday, Leos. 10 of Earth. Card says, a happy family life, stability, wealth, security. Okay. So boy, is the message about money for you guys. This is confirmation that this energy is right there for you to have, to hold, to love, and enjoy, Leos. Wealth and security is around you already, and just allowing yourself to trust that it's there and it's not going anywhere, okay? That as you train your thoughts to believe that there is enough to go around, that not only will you be able to experience this love, joy, and harmony, wealth, and security, but everyone in the planet is going that direction and going to be able to experience that as well. And you maintaining an awareness of your thoughts and putting your foot down into feeling safe. It's like allowing yourself to be like, I am safe, I am stable, I am secure, I am wealthy, I do have family security and stability. And allowing yourself to really like put your foot down there, like feel yourself grounding into that reality and allow it to happen. And this is saying that maybe perhaps that there's lack mentality from the past and you're already past it with what's around you, but perhaps there's just a little bit of like sinking into it a little bit more. Like I said, putting your foot down, making it more concrete for yourself. Okay, Leos, hope that's pretty cut and dry for you. Let's move on to the Virgos. Okay, Virgo, 5 of air. No win situation, feeling defensive or dishonored, hostility. All right, so this is, it's almost as if this lack mentality might be coming from somebody outside of you or through an argument in a family situation. Like perhaps there's a disagreement about money going on in your life, Virgo, and your thoughts are starting to get wrapped up in whoever this person or wherever this argument is. It's getting pulled into this situation, and your thoughts really aren't your own anymore about your money and what is possible for you and your fortune and enough love, right? It's not just financial wealth, but it's emotional wealth as well, and just having that feeling of abundance, regardless of whether it's financial or in other ways that you're abundant. So that might be something that's going on for you, Virgos, or maybe it's just, it feels kind of like parent energy, perhaps. Maybe this lack of mentality came from your parents. Like, did your parents ever say there wasn't enough to go around? If so, that's a belief that they have, and you can use that phrase, what's mine will not miss me. I forget it's not really what it said. I can't miss what is meant for me. That's another way to say it. What is mine will not go past me. Okay? Or I can't miss what is meant for me is another way to say that. And what I desire is also for me. So when you see people succeed, allow it to be a confirmation that you can think yourself into wealth and into abundance, and that it's not saying, oh, that person has that, now you can't have that. It's saying that person has that and you can have it too. But there's some sort of argument, some sort of fighting, some sort of hostility going on, no win situation going on in your life, Virgo, or coming from people around you that are arguing, or perhaps it's just an argument you're having in your head with yourself, right? And it's just going around in circles, you're going around in circles, you're going around in circles, you feel really drained and there's no way to win. Well, the way to win is to say, I cannot miss you, and to affirm, put your foot down. I cannot miss what is meant for me. What is meant for me will not go past me. It will not. I'm putting my foot down. I'm going to receive it. And allowing this situation to resolve the way that it needs to resolve in order, as you claim that. Because this situation can't stay this way in the face of you claiming that. That's what I'm getting for you, Virgos. All right, Libras, let's see what we got for you. Ooh, the Traditions card. Stability, spirituality, ceremony, and using spiritual tools. Okay, so this to me is really saying, Libras, your fortune and your ability to create fortune is linked to your spiritual practice, your spiritual tools. You know, put your foot down, put your foot into your spirituality a little bit more on Saturday, right? Especially. Allow yourself to feel into the power that your spiritual practice has to open you up to great fortune, great fortune, and lean into it. Put your foot into it. Dip that toe into the water and allow yourself to really, not even dip the toe in, like, right? Submerge yourself into it, into the experience of it, because it's time. It's time for you, Libra. It's time for you to take that next step, to put your foot into your spiritual practices a little bit more, and to recognize that this issue of fortune, with you're not feeling like there's going to be enough to go around, that is going to be cleared up as you step into your spiritual practice deeper. That's really all I have to say for you guys, Libra. That one's a pretty short and sweet response as well. All right, moving on to the Scorpios. Two of Earth. Budgeting, making good financial decisions, multitasking. So for you, Scorpio, you're going to put your foot down when it comes to figuring out your finances, okay? Yes, what is meant for you will not miss you, but it can only come to you when you take a step. Put your foot down when it comes to budgeting. Put your foot down when it comes to making a plan for your money. You know what's really, really, really liberating and fun is give yourself an enormous budget, like an amount of money that feels like, whoo, oh my gosh, like, for me, I got the number $4 million once, right? I was just like, okay, if I had $4 million, where would I spend it? What would I do? What would I spend it on? How would I do it? And just, I sat down with that money and I allocated $100,000 here, $100 here, $1 million there. Like, where would you spend the money if you had it? That is a really, really, really fun and opening budgeting practice, okay? That you can do to make a little bit more space for the finances that are coming in. If you have a plan for what to do with money that doesn't exist, and actually make space for money that isn't here yet to come to you quicker, because you're making a plan with what to do with it. Now, you can also do the same thing, maybe do the fun one first or the serious one first, but you also need to do the same thing with your actual finances. You need to say, how much money do I have? How much can I set aside toward this dream? How much am I moving towards this bill? What in my life am I spending money on that I don't need? What is not a necessity for me? Self-care is a different thing. Self-care is a necessity, okay? So it's hard to draw a line sometimes when it comes to self-care, because sometimes caring about yourself is going out and getting that iced coffee just to help uplift your spirit and make your day, right? But is the habit of going to get the iced coffee every day because you don't feel happy, is because you don't feel happy without it, right? Is that something that you financially can move your finances away for just for a month, right? Just for a week. This is Saturday, right? Take some time on Saturday, spend it indoors, and go into a budget either with your real money, or give yourself an huge number. Whatever, look up whatever the Mega Millions is right now and allocate that amount of money for yourself. Well, half of it because taxes and government, but allocate that amount of money for yourself. See what you would do with it, and see what you can do with the money you have now coming in, the money that you know you have, and how you can budget a little bit more. Don't be afraid to look at your money, is what this card is saying. Put your foot down, get into the financial aspect of your life, Scorpio, and get real with it so that you can make space for the fortune that wants to come to you, that will not pass you, but it also will not come in until this budgeting issue is taken care of. Okay? Full signs of the zodiac. You guys were pretty cut and dry there. Let's move on to the final 4 signs of the zodiac. This is anyone with a sun, moon, or rising in Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, or Pisces. We're going to ask, where do you need to put your foot down? I think it's this top card for you guys. Is it this top card? Is it any of the cards underneath? Top card. All right, let's see what you guys got. Lilith. Woo! Independence. My final signs of the zodiac. Yes, indeed. So she asks, do you sometimes fear being independent? You may have been conditioned to believe the only way to have close relationships is to become enmeshed and entangled with others. Do you long for independence and breathing space, yet fear reprisal should you choose to detach from unhealthy companions or situations? You'll need courage for this alignment task Lilith asks of you. Walk away and establish a more empowered sense of self by saying no to these relationships that drain your very life force. Sometimes people attract drama into their lives to avoid accountability. Enabling this dynamic helps you avoid the responsibility that's required when you have no one else to blame for the conditions of your life. Other people's chaos becomes a smokescreen that muddies the real truth. Deep down, you're afraid of the consequences of taking charge of your life. However, all is not lost. You would not be here hearing these words if you weren't ready or strong enough to make these changes. You are leveling up your life. Lilith is beside you to lend you the strength and courage to do the right thing for yourself and others. Okay. That's pretty clear. Put a foot down for your independence. That's where you need to put your foot down. Anything that relates to your independence, my final 4 signs of the zodiac. Let's get specific for you. Sagittarius, I'm not quite sure if that card was trying to flip out for you or not. Just keep. Let's see what's coming through for the Sagittarians. Check that that's it. Sagittarius. Okay. Let's see what it is for the Capricorns. Just gonna shuffle again. Learning different ways to draw the cards. I like shuffling and when they flip out and let me know that way. Sometimes I'm still like holding the card in my hand and that's how I know. That is for you, Capricorn. And sometimes I do the split thing. Okay. Aquarius, you got all sorts of cards flying out at me here. But I'm not getting the message that any of them are actually... It's like the Dexter Farm is like, oh, we'll throw cards at you if you want to, Paige. Okay, there you are, Aquarius. Last but not least, Pisces. Oh, God. Okay, this is one card that, like, is opposite. Let's see. I think that's your card, Pisces. Is this card for Pisces? Yeah. Okay. I'm going to flip all the cards over so you guys can see. 5 of Fire. Competition, rivalry, disagreements, conflict. Okay, so Saggies. This card is really saying that you're going to have to put your foot down in some sort of disagreement, conflict situation, rivalry situation. There's perhaps a group of people that you're involved in that are not getting along, and you're kind of in the middle of it, Sag, and this Lilith card is saying you need to be independent of these people in the situations that are draining you. You know, she's pretty clear in her alignment task to walk away, right? And hold on, let me see if walk away and establish a more empowered sense of yourself. Okay, so in order to be empowered, Sagittarius is saying you need to walk away from these situations where there's just this arguing, this conflict, this rivalry, right? As we move into the age of Aquarius, where collaboration and community spirit is really the name of the game, the energy of rivalry and competition just doesn't have a place anymore in this place that we're going, in this new world that we're building and creating. And this is saying you need your independence of that to walk away from that toxicity, to that whole mindset, Sag, and the people who are still in that mindset. So as we move towards Saturday, you might notice more people identifying themselves in that energy. And the message is just to walk away. You can walk away with love. You know, one of the phrases that I've been really using a lot lately, it's not personal, it's vibrational. It's not personal, it's vibrational, you know, and one of the 4 agreements is don't take things personally. So try not to take it personally and don't make it about them being wrong or you being right, just you're being independent and stepping up for yourself and taking a stand for what you need. We'll move to the Capricorn card. Capricorn, you guys got the Moon card. Intuition, trusting in the unseen secrets. So the Moon card in conjunction with this Independent Lilith card, to me, Capricorns, is saying there might be some people with secrets in your life, and you might be getting an intuitive understanding of what that is, who that is, where that's showing up. And this is saying, trust your intuition, right? We talked at the first 4 signs of the zodiac, we talked a little bit about how to discern where intuition is coming from and what it feels like. You feel it in your body. It's a clenching, it's a physical reaction, it's a lightening, it's a magnetism to go towards something, or repelling to go away from something. So listen to that a little bit more strongly. Connect with the moon, work with the moon. And we're working with the moon with all of these readings. You can set your intentions with the moons. We're moving into a new moon in Leo, which is the next powerful moon phase that we're going to hit, right on 8/8, Lion's Gate. So start thinking about what intentions you want to set for that Capricorn. It is saying work with the moon here, right? And Lilith is all about independence, and the sign of Leo is all about independence and being the star and being the individual self and the individual expression of self. So you can start setting your intentions for that. Perhaps the secrets will start to be known and start to reveal themselves as you move closer to this quarter moon in Taurus. And you really just need to put your foot down to those people that you think are keeping secrets from you. Just walk away and create a safe space for yourself, Capricorn, where you can feel that you can rely on yourself and not need any relationships. And be honest with yourself, too, if you are the one holding the secret. If you are, as the Lilith card was talking about, are you the one who's drawn a dramatic situation to your life so that you don't have to look at something for yourself and inside of yourself, okay? So just check in with that, see what your intuition says about that, and take whatever steps necessary to resolve that if you are the one holding secrets, and if you've drawn into your life this dramatic situation or these dramatic people to smoke screen what is going on inside of you, okay? Moving forward to Aquarius, you got the Knight of Air, Aquarius. The quest for knowledge, self-assured, fearless, events that will occur with great speed. So the Knight of Air, he's studying, he is learning, he is not afraid to dive into what he doesn't know, and to find out what he needs to know to move forward. And there's a little bit of fast-moving energy here for you, Aquariuses. And again, we're in the middle of 2 full moon in Aquarius, back to back, so it's a really potent time for you, Aquarius, to be seeking knowledge, and knowledge is definitely one of the realms that Aquarius loves to live in and dive into. So perhaps this is going away from whatever's sucking your independence, whatever's keeping you feeling trapped, and looking for something and get to the other side of it. What do you need to learn to get to the other side of your fear? And what do you need to learn to be independent? Perhaps it's a budgeting thing, like we were talking about for the Scorpios, or perhaps it's a relationship thing. Maybe you need to learn more about relationship dynamics, or maybe you want to learn more about anything your heart desires. Community building, how to recognize energy vampire, right? But it's definitely a learning card for you, questing for more knowledge, but finding your grounding, feeling independent, right? That self-assuredness is really kind of, to me, the same thing as independence, and knowing that things are going to be happening with great speed, so that you want to be knowledgeable about what it is that you're going into, so that when things start moving quickly, you feel prepared. And walk away from anything that is keeping you from searching for that knowledge, and anything that's kind of holding you back from being self-assured and keeping you in fear. Okay? Last but not least, the Pisces. All right, Pisces, you got the Page of Air. Communication. Learning communication and clarity, honesty, gaining wisdom through a conversation. All right, Pisces. So this is a conversation that you need to have with somebody Saturday or in and around that time of this weekend. It's to help you walk away from something, or maybe to talk to somebody about that you're already walking away from something, or just talking about your need for independence. And this is you sitting down to have a conversation, but keep in mind, especially with this card showing up so strongly, Lilith is here to tell you not to allow somebody else's opinions to affect you. So if you're going into the conversation wanting someone to give you validation, that's maybe not the best way to approach it, Pisces. It is about you, yourself, learning how to be honest in your communication and vulnerable, and let that honesty and that vulnerability help you to see the wisdom of the situation, whether it's that person you're speaking to giving it to you, or whether it's just you understanding it. But it is gaining wisdom through a conversation. It just might not be coming from that person. It might be. You might be surprised. You might be surprising yourself as you have a conversation that you need to have with somebody about something. But it is about you claiming your independence and you claiming your honesty, and being able to have a conversation with somebody in your life honestly about needing to be independent and about needing to walk away from something that's not serving you. Okay. So that does it for the readings. I appreciate you all for joining me. I am a new reader to the world of reading, and it's so fun for me to jump on here and offer these for you guys free. It may or may not always be free. I might be moving to a small fee for a subscription service moving forward. This channel is the Devoted and Vulnerable channel. This is a channel I am working on with my partner, who hasn't joined me very much yet, but we have done a few ceremonies here and there. But we're going to be doing more and more offerings as we develop our own spiritual gifts and our own insights as we navigate the world of polarity and a new relationship dynamic that's really been serving us in a deep, deep way, a profound way. Both of us are very much into the spiritual world, and this relationship dynamic that we have been exploring for the past year has been one of the most transformational things that either of us have gotten into, and it's also been one of the most triggering. So that's been a fun journey that we've both been on together, and we are really wanting to share that and the wisdom that we've received from that, and support others who might be in a similar space or might really benefit from hearing from that. So just so you know kind of what this channel is, I do have services where I do offer readings to people. So if you want to work with me individually, just reach out to me, and we can set something up where we can do a individual reading for you. I am going to release the element of water, giving thanks for the emotions that came up and have been supported throughout this session. Thank you, the water signs of the zodiac and the direction of the west. Thank you, Earth, for being here, for your grounding presence. Thank you, Earth signs of the zodiac. And thank you, the direction of the north. Thank you, air, for your clarity, for your communication. Thank you, air signs of the zodiac, and we thank the direction of the west, east. And last but not least, we thank the fire for being here, for the passion, for the transformative flame, the fire signs of the zodiac, and the direction of the south. As always, Namaste. The universal light within me salutes and honors the universal light within you. Namaste.